The ruthless aggression era was built on two brands, Raw and SmackDown. The red brand and the blue brand collided with each other. Well, guess what? In this Triple H era, these brands are also colliding with each other, right down at the bottom of the ratings. SmackDown did its lowest rating of all time, and Raw also does its joint lowest rating of all time during the Netflix era. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and the ratings just keep getting lower and lower and lower. Doesn't matter whether it's SmackDown, doesn't matter whether it's Raw, doesn't matter whether it's the blue brand or the red brand. These shows fucking suck, and it doesn't matter who's on them, it doesn't matter who's booking them, it does not matter in the slightest. As long as they're under that WWE umbrella, as long as they've got that WWE logo plastered on them with this big nose bastard and his shite booking and his shite creative, and I actually feel a bit sick calling anything to do with Triple H creative, because he's just not got a creative bone in his body. The best thing that Triple H ever did in his career was wear that green shirt so Bret Hart could go, "That guy in the green shirt, he's a homo." Because, make no mistake about it, he was right. And not only is Triple H a homo, but he's a homo that books really, really bad wrestling. So, this week's Raw, or should I say last week's Raw, since the Raw ratings are a week behind, as you guys know, over a 7-day period, this week's Raw got a 2.3 million, which is the joint lowest rating of all time. On two previous occasions, Raw has got a 2.3. They got a 2.3 on the 22nd of September. They got a 2.3 on the 29th of September. Then they had a couple of weeks of 2.4. Last week they had a 2.6. We know Seth Rollins on the show, which just goes to show you how great that guy is. But, you know, you could explain that because the title was vacated. They had a battle royal. That is somewhat interesting. You know, the fact that they've had to strip the world champion of a title, that is somewhat of a big deal. But lo and behold, 1 week later, the Raw ratings are down 300k. They're down to 2.3. People can blame this on whatever they want. It was Halloween week. People were going out early. People were doing a 5-night special trick or treat session. How about no? How about the reason the rating's fucking diabolical is because the show's diabolical? I mean, it makes perfect sense. If you deliver a shit show, then the likelihood is you're going to be delivered a shit rating.
And 2.3 is exactly that, but we need to go back to 1997. Back to Bret Hart, right? People have put credit on Triple H for the mastermind behind the screw job. Is there fuck he was the mastermind behind the screw job? We need to put that to bed. This guy can't even come up with one thing that's like the inkling of a story, let alone possibly the greatest thing of all time.
Yeah, I mean, this creativity for this guy is telling Cody Rhodes to go out and ask everybody every single week what do they want to talk about. I refuse to believe the same guy that can't do anything other than that, get his champion to ask that question. I refuse that same guy came up with the mastermind here. Why don't we stick Brett in the fucking sharpshooter and just have El Hebner ring the bell and screw him at the title before he goes to WCW? Not a chance. Triple H came up with that.
Triple H hasn't changed, right? At least you could argue with Michaels. Maybe the fact he's off the drugs, he's not as creative as he once was. So maybe Michaels in 97 was a lot better than Triple H. But for me, it's Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
What, they came up with it?
Aye, I'm going with McMahon.
I've heard some people say Jim Cornette. I'd say I'd take Cornette over Triple H any day of the week.
I don't think Jim Cornette had that much of an influence, though.
We don't need to have an influence, you just need the idea.
No, but...
What, so Triple H in 97 had a shitload of influence?
No, but...
The guy was still getting buried for the curtain call almost. I mean, I highly doubt McMahon's going to bow down to Triple H, but take it. You know what I mean? But listen to absolutely hee-haw that Cornette's got to say.
Well, it's not just that, though. I look at Jim Cornette. He's a by-the-book, 80s wrestling, NWA kind of loser. I don't think he would have been privy or a part of something that would have screwed Bret Hart.
It's not like he said you should do it. He was he makes it sound like he just suggested, well, why don't you just screw him at the belt? It's not like he said, here, we should do this. Just because you suggest something.
Well, the sheer suggestion.
Just because you suggest something doesn't mean you agree with it or you think you should do it.
Well, he shouldn't have suggested it then.
I've suggested we should stop watching wrestling. Doesn't mean I think we should do it.
I think we should.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, guys, 2.3 million, disaster rating. Not a chance Triple H came up with that screw job. Not a fucking chance. Anybody but him. I mean, even Doink the Clown, I think. Brooklyn Brawler. One of those guys could have come up with a screw job. But certainly not Triple H. Anyway, here's the clips. Let's see how we were screwed out of 2.5 hours of our life last Monday. And what had the highest viewed clip? Well, it was Paul Heyman introduces the new look Vision. 1 million views. So, what's new about it? Seth Rollins wasn't there last week. I mean, they turned their back on him the week before. So what's new about the Vision this week? It's the same two guys. It's Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And that's who it was last week. There's nothing new. There's not like they were wearing new gear. Well, what's fucking new about them? Just nothing.
No, but you can't just bring out two guys after what they did and claim it. You've just... Essentially what it is, you've lost a guy. It's not like DX after Mania 14, where it goes for like Triple H, Michaels and China, and then he introduces 3 new guys, the return of Sean Waltman and the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, that's freshening things up. That's a new look.
Yeah, or Evolution adding 2 new members after like Flair and Triple H.
Oh, look, Braun Breaker put a wee tiny bit of green on his trunks. It's a new look, buddy. Fuck off. Same old look, same shitey faction. Second place, we had CM Punk and Jey Uso stake their claim to the World Heavyweight title. That's got 848k. Just 2 guys arguing over the belt. Only one of these guys should really be competing for the belt, but it is what it is.
I'm the best in the world. Oh, on Saturday, we're going to find out who the true best in the world is. Us, yeet, hit my music. I'm AJ's husband.
Yeet. That's pretty much how that promo
went. And I'm
went.
Jimmy's brother. And we're both pissed.
I'm Roman's cousin. I'm just another jobber of the Samoan family. Oh, yeah. Haku was my uncle, and he couldn't fight for shit. Even though people pretend they would beat Brock Lesnar, he'd get snapped in 2 seconds. That's pretty much how that fight would go down.
No, it pisses me off, though. It's like Jey Uso he's a jobber, right? But like the momentum behind him's fucking died. People actually don't like him anymore. There was more of a claim for Jimmy Uso to win that Battle Royal than Jey. Why not give Jimmy Uso the chance? Because the story going into it is that these two couldn't trust each other, but Jimmy was helping Jey stay in the match.
Yeah.
Why actually not give it to Jimmy Uso?
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'd be excited or...
No, we wouldn't be. But why are we going to sit here and pretend that Jimmy's so much worse than Jey? Well, he said yeet. That's the only difference. See, in ring, they're both as shite as each other.
Yeah, I mean, if Jey can be a world champ, then why can't Jimmy?
Jimmy
Wang. Jimmy Wang fucking Yang. He was better than them both. Right, moving into the third clip, it is Braun Breaker versus LA Knight. 543,000 views. Fourth spot, we've got Jimmy Uso apologises to Jey Uso for accusing him of betrayal. 404k. So, the top 4 videos here so far containing Braun Breaker and the Usos. So, yeah. Nobody really cares though. I mean, pretty poor numbers to be honest. Fifth place, we have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. It's got 362k. Just a throwaway tag team match that means absolutely nothing. Tag champs against the Hugger and the Bird Lady. Just fucking bogging, to be honest.
I mean, you get half of the women, the 4 horsewomen. You've got Alexa Bliss, who's considered one of the better women of the past decade, and they all feel dead. Like, what? Seriously? They're doing nothing. You may as well just get rid of these people and bring through the new generation.
Yeah, yeah.
No, like Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Their gimmick is Charlotte says I instead of we, and Alexa has to remind her each time she says something in a sentence. It's we. There's no I in team. There's we in team. Charlotte, fuck off.
We, I, F you. Right, sixth spot, we've got Roxanne Perez scores a statement win over Nikki Bella, 308k. Nikki Bella is an absolute fucking jobber. That's what we have realised. That's what we've understood since she came back. She just seems to lose match after match after match after match. And I'm not saying that's wrong, because you know what? She probably should be losing match after match. She was never that good when she was around in her prime. And yeah, 10 years later, I'm not going to pretend that she's great. And I mean, at least she's collecting bills, I guess, to pay for her child maintenance, but it is what it is.
People are like, oh, Nikki Bella's back for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Doing all these moves. No. She's back because she's been fucking over to pay that guy and they get a lot of money.
Also, it's mental how fucking much your win-loss record can just plummet when you're not dating Big Match John.
Oh, fuck, aye. Of course it is.
You know, she's went from like Undertaker level streak at Mania to the Brooklyn Brawler. And what's the change? What's the noticeable change?
Big Match John.
Big Match John. Big John. Big John. Right. Speaking of big, that was the end of the big ratings. Everything else under 300k. In 7th spot, we've got Sheamus versus JD McDonough. It's got 251k. CM Punk on this current week Raw came out and he called JD McDonough a killer. The ratings killer, maybe. That's the only way I could justify associating McDonough with the word killer, but I mean, I guess that's
Guys,
it. Really.
Look at JD McDonough.
Can't even say his name. Can't even say his name right.
Well, you can't even fucking say the bit building up to it, right? So, point is,
well, that Subway was spicy, right, guys? Extra hot chipotle sauce.
There's nothing extra hot about this. This is fucking as
extra
bland as
mild.
Comes. No, look, yo.
Subway without seasoning.
See as bad as like modern day wrestling is, and yeah, we
10-year-old lettuce.
It's fucking horrific, right? But why is CM Punk said a guy that even by today's standards is like a jobber?
Yeah, this would be like, and it's not like he's a heel trying to big up a loser that he wants an easy title defense against. This would be like Austin or a Rock coming out and going, there's some. You know, let's be honest, never really kissed ass. Back in the day, he didn't really put over the locker room, but it'd be like a face going, there's some great talent in that locker room. I can't wait to take on and defend my title against the mighty Funaki. You know, I mean, those words would just
Easy Reyes. I want to take on Easy Reyes and Al Snow.
That would have just never happened. 8th spot, we've got Los Americanos ruin the #1 contenders match between Penta and Rusev. That's got 240k.
Boring.
And then in a video package, we had WWE celebrates Asuka's 10-year anniversary, 153,000 views.
Who better than Asuka?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, technically, this is a video package, so I mean, these are always going to do lower, but yeah, 153k, guys, not great.
See, for you to do 10 years on the main, well, not in the main roster, but 10 years in WWE and have a prominent role in your division, you feel like you would have had that done more than Asuka.
Yeah, back in the day, you had to be good to stick around for 10 years, but these days, I mean, anyone. I mean, no, but you say Asuka.
There's people 100 times worse than Asuka.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They've been around for 10 years now. Yeah. Any fucking jobber can do it.
No, but name me... See someone that had 10 years in the roster back in the day. You can name moments off the top of your head. Name me...
Yeah, but you were likely a legend, let's be honest.
Yeah, but even...
Now, people will say Asuka's a legend, I mean...
Yeah, but I could tell you like 10 hardcore Holly moments. I could barely scrape together 2 Asuka moments.
Yeah, and there you go, guys. That's it. Anyway, this week's moment for Raw, not good.
Oh, she was directing traffic when Kairi Sane almost killed Io Sky. I'm about 47. I've got face paint. It's a bit pissed.
I don't mind asking. You know what? She cuts an entertaining Japanese promo and she's still pretty attractive for a 45-year-old. I don't want John Beale to unsubscribe, so got to pretend that she's great. Nah, but all joking aside, she's. I tell you what. See if I had to fire 10 women,
she wouldn't be in it.
And if she was, it would be an ageism thing. It wouldn't be because performance or whatever. It would just be because you're fucking old and you've got to go. Anyway, guys, speaking of got to go, we've got to go. Here's your Raw rating. I've got to go now and work the night shift because watching wrestling doesn't pay my bills. But if you want to pay some bills, then feel free to give a super chat. Also, a couple of you guys said the memberships are too dear. Was even us that set the price. YouTube sets a default price of $4.99. But I did create a new membership. It's only $1.99 a month. And we're going from this week onwards, we're going to actually be uploading members content. We're going to be giving you a lot of it, starting on Friday with 5 reasons why Friday. Five Guys Friday. 5 reasons Friday. We're going to be doing 5 reasons why somebody sucks every single Friday. So make sure you join, support the channel. $1.99, $1.99.
And not a Triple H 5 Guys, alright?
No, I mean, listen, back in the day,
That guy.
OTRS Central, man, they were charging you $1.99 for a shitey newsletter. We're charging you $1.99 for daily foods, man. So, you know what? Sign up, give it a go, and see if we don't deliver. See if we drop the ball like Triple H. Then we won't stay on the USA Network for a year. We won't stay on Fox for 5 years. We'll happily let you unsubscribe at the end of the month. But give it a chance, because we're going to be uploading member shit every single day, or at least every second day, or at least multiple times a week. Guarantee you that, multiple times a week. Till next time, peace.